Today we're going to frame up the garage. The floor joists don't come in until next week, so we can't be doing any of that yet. Usually I do that first, but we got started framing the garage here this morning. What are you doing today?
I don't know.
If you're new to this channel is all about building your own house and saving a ton of money. Be sure to like this video and subscribe to this channel and hit the bell for the notification when I release a new video. All right, let's get this garage built. Before you start your garage project, you're going to have to know a few things. Let me go over what you need to know first. All right, the first thing you're going to need to know is the height of your garage floor. So let me flip the camera around here and show you what I mean by that. Okay, so if you see here, we got a gravel base. This is going to be poured concrete when it's said and done. And I know that my poured concrete is going to come up to the height of this bottom of this first block. So if that's my height here, that's critical to know because of our garage door openings. I know I'm looking to have an 8-foot high garage door, which standard is 7 foot 6 inches, but in this case I'm going to do a little custom garage door opening, which it's going to be 8 foot. Most houses, like I said, are 7 foot 6 inches. So I needed to know that in order to know the height of this header. And if you look here, if you go from the bottom of this block up to the bottom of this header, that's going to be 8 foot. If I had a tape measure, I would show you, but it's hard to record and do it at the same time. And then another thing you need to know is the width of your garage door. And this is 10 foot wide and standard is 9 foot wide. But in this case, again, it's custom, so it's going to be a little different. But another thing you're going to need to know is the load of your walls. In this case, this is going to be a non-load bearing wall. Even though it's an exterior wall, this isn't holding a ton of weight. And this header up here, same thing. I'm going to be getting it's called a header truss. It's going to be sitting across here to take most of the weight. So this garage door opening, it's just going to be out of 2x12s. It's not going to be carrying a ton of weight. Now this garage door opening, it's going to be 2 ply 18-inch, no, I'm sorry. It's going to be 2 ply 14-inch LVL. As you can see, I got here. Then there's a filler using a 2x12 just to pad it out to match the exterior of the wall. And this is going to be 2x6 exterior wall here. And then this is just 2x4 exterior walls here. So I'm going to go over a few things today, show you how I do a couple of different techniques, and we'll go from there. What else you're going to need to know is the height of your subfloor. This is going to be a poured concrete slab, and it's going to be a 2x10 and a piece of 3/4 board, as you can see in there. So after that's poured, that's going to be the same height as the subfloor after I frame it up. And then that's important to know when you frame up your garage, because if you look here, it's going to come up to here after you do your subfloor inside of your house. So we're going to subfloor coming through here with 2x10s and 3/4 Advantech. And then you're going to have to get 10 footers and cut them down to make the height of this wall. So after I show you some videos of framing, you're going to understand a little better what I'm talking about. So each one of these studs, I'm going to have 9-foot walls on the inside. So each one of these studs were cut down by a 10-foot 2x4. So the height of these studs were actually cut down to be 9'7". That way, after the subfloor is on the inside, it's going to match the same height up here. Brought my helper with me today. What do you think, Gerald?
Looks like a good idea.
What are we getting ready to do here? What are we going through?
Well, we're going to put up a garage door header so we can get back out the laminated one because of
it's not weight bearing, really.
So hopefully we get this out.
All right, you feeling strong this morning?
I ate my Cheerios.
This header we got to carry up in there. We only have that 1 ply up there just to keep the wall held together. So then we made the other 2 plies right here, and we're just going to lift it up and set it in there. We got it lifted up there, and we blocked in this side so we can put that stud up against that. That way we can build it out to what the door opening is going to be. So we got that in, and we padded this out to where it should be too, and did the same thing. So now we got to build this little wall. It's only 18 1/4 inch wide, and it's going to be kind of funky because we got to build 2 2x4 walls and rip the one down because we don't have any 2/8s here, which isn't that big deal. So all right, we're going to do that next. In these garage walls, you're going to have bolts that stick up where those anchor bolts are that I showed you before. You're going to have to take about 1.25 inch drill bit and drill that out. That way it gives you plenty of room to play. And you don't really see those bolts after it's all said and done. So we're going to go ahead and put our layout for the top plate that goes above the garage headers right up in here. And we're actually going to go ahead and shoot our blocks on down here. And since I got help, he's going to help me lift it up and sit on top of the wall. Then we're just going to square up the blocks, and that's going to be how we block in the rest of that wall. All right, we're carrying this bad boy over. We're going to set it right on top of this wall. You got it, Gerald?
Yeah.
All right, so here's the other one built. And like I said, you just put your layout 16 on the center. You can probably see it from this side, actually. Kind of, not really now that the blocks are on, but just get your 16 on the center, mark a line, lay it out. You got one solid piece here ready to go. And now we're going to lift it up and set it on the other side of the wall. All right, we just built this interior wall here, and it steps over a little bit right here. And this is actually going to be the inside wall for the house that divides the garage. But we're going to put the band board up against that and then build our subfloor in there. Okay, so since these are going to be 9-foot walls, we're going to use 9-foot sheeting for it. We're going to stand it upright and then plumb this wall. It's really important to get that first sheet almost perfect because that's going to set the tone for the rest of the walls. So we're going to go ahead and get this first one on. Right, Gerald?
Yes, sir.
If you look real close, have lines. That's going to line up with your stud. They already come pre-marked 16 on center. And they should break right on the stud as long as you start your layout 16 on center going across your wall. If your wall's 24 on center, or sometimes your trusses, which will be 24 on center, that's what the other line's for. So here's a 16 and a 2-foot on center mark. So we're going to go through, like I said, we already plumbed it up, shot on the first sheet, and now we're going to just finish the rest of the sheets. Usually we would put the sheeting on while the wall is laying down, but since there's only 2 of us here and it's hard to stand it up, just 2 people, we just went ahead and kept them off. So get they're done. We got this side sheeted. It's going to take a 11.5 inch strip to finish that. I might put it on my truss when I set the truss to fill it. Got it nailed off. And something else I noticed about this stuff, you got to gap it about 1/8 because the sheet's only 47 7/8. So it's actually unique. I haven't had sheeting I had to do that. So all right, that side's done. Now we gotta go to the front. All right, so we had this wall racked, so we put this brace over here to draw it so it's plumb. Now we gotta sheet it and then do the same thing to this side. All right, guys, more or less all you do with the rest. We shot a sheet here to keep it from going back down to plumb, and a sheet here. We're tired, we gotta get out of here. We're gonna finish this up. I'll probably come back by myself tomorrow and finish this up, but more or less, that is how you frame up a garage. Not counting the trusses, of course, but I'm not setting trusses for probably be a good 2 or 3 weeks. So that's all I got for you. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.